Hello everyone, you have joined us just in time for the start of FP3 here at the Monte Carlo Street Circuit. Beautiful weather that we have here this weekend, all fully dry, not a cloud in sight, perfect weather for CRC. Just the weather's just been fantastic all weekend so far, but we are here in Monaco about to get underway. I need to switch to the scene because the clock is about to get underway as the session is underway. And maybe a few times where I'm not really concentrating on it because I've actually got the Formula E qualifying on at the moment. First out on track, it is the Speed Tech, Elliot Everson, who's going out onto the circuit in his Speed Tech. And this is going to be a really important session. Everyone's on the super soft tyres. They're going to be doing their qualifying sims. They're going to be doing quali sims. So they're all going to have many attempts at a lap. And after we saw a fascinating FP2, I mean, Wesley was off, obviously on the medium tyres, and was not able to pass. I mean, what was really interesting, and that's odd, so people, they're all on the softs. And yet Everson's on the softs. That's odd. So it turns out we're not going to be getting the qualifying sims in this session. I'm presuming this must be a mistake, but it's a bit late to restart the session now. It is a bit late to restart the session now, but hopefully that will be fixed for qualifying. That's really odd. I need to actually have a. I'm just going to actually have a look at where I went wrong, where I actually forgot to update something. Because clearly something I forgot to update. The maths file was updated last night. So were the vehicles. Let's back into the 17.5. Everyone is on the super soft tyre. Oh, Driscoll to the 16.1. We've got a yellow out there. I think someone's just entered the pits. But actually, what I think I might have done is I just forgot to uninstall the vehicle file and it's added the old one instead. But due to time, they can't sort it out and put everyone on the... Actually, we're hearing that the session has been stopped, but will be reduced to a 15-minute session. And Chantal goes to the top on a 14.8. I believe that is the fastest time of the weekend. But because everyone's not on the correct tyres, the session has been stopped. But it'll be a 15-minute session, so everyone's going to have 15 minutes to be able to get some laps in on the super soft tyre. That was a mistake clearly when packaging the mod. I'm presuming what must have happened is I forgot to uninstall where it says the vehicles. Yep, that is exactly what happened. That's exactly what I did wrong. My mistake. I forgot to uninstall the vehicles. But that means everyone's gonna have 15 minutes. I've got to repackage the mod now. And I'm not gonna install it into. I'm just going to go into this. Actually, I'm gonna have to, because otherwise it won't work with the new Steam thing. And this is odd, it's not actually got any of the vehicles. That's really weird. I mean, of course, they do have a time limit, so that they have to get this thing underway by 3:30, by 12:30 local time, because otherwise then it's going to eat into many other events. So if they can't get it done by then they're just going to have to call off FP3. And it looks like I'm just going to have to repackage the package file, which is annoying. The actual whole vehicles file, so that's going to delay things a bit. It's really not because that bit always takes a while. Because now there's not actually any cars in the game. And one of the reasons why they'd have to restart it is because then it would be a really boring session. No one would improve times. People would be thinking, shortened session in Monaco, track's glitchy. This is nothing to do with the track. This was a stupid mistake from me. And it could have just as much of a chance of happening on any other track as this one. But it's not going to be a specific time. I'm going to get this thing underway as soon as I'm ready. And now it's taking a bit of a while until finally it's happened. Now I have to do the mod packaging. And now it wants me to select all the vehicles. Again. But let's talk about yesterday, because before the glitches were realised, before the glitches were discovered, I was discussing yesterday's session, and that was a fascinating one we saw, because, you know, Driscoll held the fastest time for a while in FP2, and then Alex Moore's, I mean, it was one of his second run on the tyres, but still, they shouldn't have gone off that quickly. And he obviously went fastest. But then Chantal Hawk came round and beat that time. It was by less than a tenth of a second, but on the same set of tyres. And of course, we've been talking about since the beginning of the Turkey weekend, the possible Dork threat to the Anataroka team. A possible Dork threat. And Turkey, as I was talking about, and that's a power track, and the track that you should expect the Anatarokas to be dominant. But Dork were around only 3/10 off. I mean, I've said many times, would Hawk have won the race had it not been for the issues that she had when trying to lap the RTSs, which of course then put her in a position to have that incident where she lost her front wing? I don't think so. I think Alessi just had more pace on a consistent level. I mean, Hawk was quicker when on the first few laps of the tyres, but when the tyres started to go off, Essie just had more pace on a consistent basis. So to be honest, I don't think Hawk would have won even without the issues that she had when trying to lap those RTS cars. I don't think she would have won the race. So the mod is just packaging, and it's taking a while, of course, because it's a big mod. I'm just concentrating on what's going on in the Formula E. It's a good track in the Formula E. I actually won't be able to watch the race live because I'll be participating in the FSR race. Hopefully I'll be able to race this time without any issues, which put me out of the Silverstone round. That was really annoying. I mean, and that was actually the reason why the KSR Formula E could not happen. Because basically, what happened was because they said they weren't going to update R Factor 2 to Steam, or update the normal version anymore, so I got the Steam key just for future reference. And then, what they did not warn me about, that if I did so, I'd actually basically lose access to the online on the normal version. So, and then I had to wait for the whole thing to download on Steam, which took a while, which meant I couldn't participate in the FSR, and I had no time to do the race that evening, which was really annoying. And you could imagine that I was pretty annoyed about it especially as particularly in the FSR race, and live races is not working, so I can't actually see if it's worked or not, this whole repackaging. It says the server is not running when I'm pretty sure it is. And that's just an issue with live races. But if not, if this hasn't worked, I'm just going to have to stick with it as it is. Well, it's working now. I've just got to reduce it to 15 minutes, haven't I? Then I'm actually going to get the session on the way. You're going to have to miss the first few minutes, I'm afraid, but just due to time, this is, that I'm kind of rushing a little bit. So we are just going to have to give it a minute to join. I don't even have access to live races, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to have no idea what's going on either. So I basically won't be able to see any more than you can. Until it's joined the session. But with the 15-minute session, it's going to be interesting just to see how many clear runs that I'm pretty sure we are going to see with a 15-minute session. Everyone on the super soft tyre, we are going to see the majority of the cars do get at least a lap in on the super soft tyre. All this all-important quali sims, and I can see Bird's not going to be on pole in the Formula E, unfortunately. I wonder where PK is going to qualify. To see who's actually out onto the circuit and who's not. And then, of course, more importantly, whether it's all worked or not. And it's the guy or girl in 22nd. It's Dan Milner who opened the session, and they are all on the super soft now, so it has worked. This is the session underway. So these are going to be some crucial runs in these 15 minutes that the drivers are going to be making good use of. You just wonder. And now, as you can hear, I'm going to switch you to the scene now, so you can actually see Dan Milner on the super soft tyre. So we are back underway. Up towards Sandevot goes Dan Milner for his first qualifying sim. Up towards Massenet. Into Casino Square. Also, don't forget, there are, obviously, with the withdrawal of DMAD, there are changes to the qualifying format. That with 2 less cars, it'll be 9 cars that are going to fall in Q1, and then it will actually be all the way down to 20th that we're going to lose the cars up to. I think cars that we should expect to make it to lose out, to go out in Q1, we could obviously see a shock because it's Monaco. Cars we should expect to go out. Obviously HWR and Speedtech. Shantana probably, maybe. And then maybe the likes of Tove, RTS, because RTS have looked quicker this weekend. Maybe CGP fighting it out for the final 3 places to get through. As Miller's a 15-0. Woodessi's on a lap now. Let's see what sort of a time he can do. It's a clear run. And this is where he struggled a little bit yesterday, but that looks better there. Into Rasgas for the championship leader. He's won here twice as Woodessi. So, Woodessi crossed the line to the 14.8. Which is a very fast time indeed. But we need to see what the 2 dorks have got. Hannah Duran is on a lap. Chantal Hawk's on a lap, but it's got a bit of traffic. So this one won't be personal best. But it's Duran we need to have a look at. Let's see what she's got in the first sector. So Essie only a 10th up on Milner. That's very interesting. O'Driscoll set a purple first sector. It's all getting very close. 20.3 in the first sector for Hannah Duran. But let's have a look at what her middle sector's like. She's just coming to the middle sector timing beam now. It's a 37.6. Let's see where this is going to put Hannah Duran. So there's Will Essie, who's actually the driver ahead. But Hannah Duran crosses the line, and she goes to the top. That is fascinating. Both on the same tyres, same amount of mileage on the tyres. Duran goes to the top. Just want to say, if Yanasa could get pole here today, then they will break the record for the most consecutive poles. And that will be a record of 20 consecutive pole positions they would have had. Beating, I mean, they've already equalled RTS's record from towards the end of 97 towards the beginning of 98. They've already beaten RTS's record. We've got a yellow out there. So might be just someone entering the pit. Because they've already equalled RTS's record. But if they get pole today, they break the record. But it's starting to look like Dork could possibly spoil it for Yanasa. As Lucy Woodward finished the lap. Only goes 20, I'm pretty sure there must have been a bit of traffic at the beginning. The Baron herself looked fairly off this weekend. Here's Alex Moores. Let's see what he can do. Didn't look good through the final corner there. And he only goes 5th. Oh, he had an awful last sector. Everyone seems to be losing time in the last sector. At the moment, what it's seeming is the super soft tyres have got 2 laps in them. As here is Maxim Tagala, who's just starting a lap. Heading up towards Sandevot. Into Massenet. Into Casino Square. As now up towards the tunnel goes Max. That fantastic camera in the tunnel that you've got. Look at the drive Max is getting off of the chicane up towards to back. Now up towards the chicane. Looking good up towards Rasgas. Obviously having to brake early in order to get the correct corner entry. Not a great drive off of Rasgas. Obviously using the cone for reference. He only goes 22nd on that lap. Everyone has been out on track and set a time. Rosie O'Driscoll's gone back out there on her soft tyres. Super soft tyres. Abby Leggett's back out there. Dan Milner's gone out there again. Jones goes out there again. But we could easily see, because it seems that a lot of people are making mistakes in the final sector. We could easily see some surprises in Q3, of course. It's Monaco, so it's not. Yanata Roca goes out on track. Is that Esley? Yes, it is. Rosie O'Driscoll set a reasonable first sector. So let's see what her middle sector's like. Not up on her previous best. Oh, a little bit stuttery on the throttle as she heads into Rascasse. To across the line. She lost a lot of time. Milner's on a very good lap. But it's got traffic ahead. In the form of Abby Leggett. Breaking into the chicane. Goes Dan Milner up towards Quebec. Hustling that Master Force car. Up to Rascasse. Essie's on a fantastic first sector. Let's see what Dan Milner can do. He improves, but not by enough. Let's see what Will Essie's got. He's done an absolutely fantastic first sector, has the championship leader. As Chantal Hawk just goes out, back out onto the track, down in 13. I don't think she's going to be able to get her final lap in, because the game's probably going to force her to pit. Looking like a good drive that he got off the swing pool. If we can just keep it together, this will probably be the fastest time. So Walesi's going to cross the line now. What is this time going to be for Walesi? It's a 1:14.5, the fastest time of the day, of the weekend. And that is a statement. I'm pretty sure there would have been probably a lot of people viewing who would have just been groaned as they saw that. Obviously, everyone hoping that Dork can take the fight to Yanata Roca. Everyone, I'm pretty sure, and including us commentators in the commentary box. Of course, there's going to be someone in the commentary box for the race tomorrow. But everyone hoping that Dork are able to take the fight to Yanasa Roca just to give us a race. I mean, it's nothing against Yanasa Roca because they have really... I mean, Hawk's probably not going to be able to finish this lap, but it's going to be very interesting to see what sector time she does in comparison to Wesley. But, because Yanasa Roca have done a brilliant job over the past couple of years, and you just can't fault the job that they've done. 20.2 in the first sector. But, of course, all the fans want to see a race for the lead. That's what all the viewers want, and I think a speed tech is about to scupper up this lap. And Hawk's pitting. She knows it's going to ruin the lap. So Lucy Woodward down there in 24th, but didn't really get a proper lap in. But that is the end of FP3. And Jack Baldwin went up into second in the end. And actually got within a tenth of Wesley. But Wesley fastened at 114.586. Ahead of Jack Baldwin and Hannah Duran. In a fascinating, it was a shortened one, but a fascinating third practice session here that we had. Hopefully we should be in for a very interesting qualifying session here today. An absolutely fascinating quali session. I'm sure when Essie took the top spot, in a very surprising time from Jack Baldwin, very good time as well. I'm sure when Will Essie took the top spot, everyone would have just groaned. I mean, of course, you can't fault the job that Yanasa Roca have done. But I'm pretty sure it's getting a bit boring for all the fans having the same team winning all the time. But that is it from free practice 3. Of course, we do have qualifying coming up with the stream starting in around an hour's time. And then, of course, the actual session itself starting at 1 for the qualifying session here at Monte Carlo. In what should be an interesting one. So, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later for qualifying. Goodbye.